Okay, so this question is about electrostatic charges. Complete the sentences using words from the box. Each word may be used once, more than once, or not at all. When a plastic rod is rubbed with a cloth, the plastic rod gains electrons. Okay. After the plastic rod has been rubbed with the cloth, the plastic rod has a negative charge. So we know that electrons are a negatively charged particle. The droplets of paint, so electrostatic charges can be useful during paint spraying. So here we have a spray gun, and then we have lots of spray, lots of droplets of paint. The droplets of paint are given the same charge as they leave the sprayer. So all of these droplets of paint are given a charge. Maybe they're all given a negative charge. Explain why this is an advantage. So we have got lots of negatively charged droplets. And what do you know about negatively charged particles? Well, they repel each other. Okay, so the droplets will repel each other. Why is this an advantage? Well, if they repel each other, then they're all going to spread out. They're all going to spread out and make a nice even covering on the paint. Droplets will repel each other, so the paint is spread evenly on the surface. Spreads out. Spread evenly on the surface. Okay. The droplets of paint are positively charged. Oops, I got it wrong. Okay, so actually all of the droplets are positive, but the same thing applies. Okay, the droplets will repel each other because they're all the same charge. So the like charges repel. Okay. The object being painted, so the droplets of paint are positively charged. The object being painted is given a negative charge. Explain why this is an advantage. So again, we have got our spray gun making lots of positively charged particles all coming out. And the object that they are trying to spray, the object has been negatively charged. So why is this an advantage? Well, it means that the paint is going to be attracted to the object. Paint is attracted to the object. And it's even around the back. So even around the back, the spray, the paint will go all the way around the back and stick to the object. Paint is attracted to the object, so the paint will stick to the back of the object, and that means that the paint doesn't just go off to one side. Less paint is wasted. Okay. So give one hazard caused by electrostatic charges and state how the risk from this hazard can be reduced. So one of the examples you might have looked at might have been when you were filling up with petrol or something. So you might have a big aeroplane, and when they fill up an aeroplane with fuel, when they fill it up with fuel, what they do is they have the fuel line, but then they also connect together the plane with the the petrol pump, the fuel pump. They connect it with a wire. So this is where the fuel goes, and then this is where the wire goes. So how do they, why do they do that when they're filling up their plane with petrol? Well, the reason is that the fuel can be charged. The fuel might have a charge. Now, you probably experienced this a little bit when you're in a car. Sometimes when you get out of the car, you touch the car and you get a shock from the car. It's the same with an aeroplane. It can build up charge. So you might get a shock, but if you do this to it, it's called earthing. Then you stop the risk of that shock. So the hazard is that there might be a spark or a shock. This, if it's lots of fuel, this could cause a fire or something. Okay, fire or explosion. So that's the hazard, and then we've got to say how the risk is reduced. So what do? The objects are connected to Earth, okay, to stop charge building up. Okay, good.